So we're late in starting this match. This is a second round match in this year's US Open 9-ball and Virtual Pool 4. We've got Albinario, multiple virtual champion, against Mr. Bill Albinario from Sweden and Bill from the States. And at the moment it's 5 racks all in the race to 16. We're expecting a good standard in this match. That's a good kick by Bill, and he's on the 2. Right. That's us done with the chat. Let's concentrate in this match. So Albie's got ball in hand. Well, this match has the potential to go both ways. It could go all the way, or either player could run away. And Albinario's left himself really close to the 5. This cue ball is going to have to run because he's going to have to get the pace in it to cut it. And needs that bit of luck, and he's got the luck. He's going to get there. I'll be back in a sec. Get my plug in. Right, now hopefully we can settle down now. Check the stream. Stream looks okay at the moment. We've got about a 4 or 5 second delay between the live action and the actual stream. Albinario at the table, 6-5 up. Just check everything's working okay. Well, he could go 2 rails, or he could come back over to the left. He's going to go 2 rails. He's left it way short. He's going to have to play the bank. he's played it well. And this is where Albinario is so strong. And this is not easy. How's that 9 on the rail? Well, it's not on the rail. So now Albinario has a two rack gap in the race to 16. It's race to 16 all the way in the winner's side. Race to 11 on the one-loss side. And at the end of this match, one of these champions is going to end up on the one-loss side. Both of these players are potential winners. Albinario is the player with vastly more experience in this type of tournament. And a little billiard onto the 7. Nice little shot. And reminder that this tournament is alternate break, and that's one thing that's different from last year's event. And also there are no jump cues allowed. The jump cues have been taken out the tournament. Well, this is a little tester. Again, he's played it well. How many's in the room? There's the 2 players plus 8. This could end up in no man's land. It needs to run. Well, he's got the pot. And he's got the bank. So Albinario now has a 3 rack cushion, and he has the break as well. And rack number 14. Well, this is the kind of situation where Bill's coming to the table is open, and he has to run out. We're at a level in this match where he's got no real easy shot in the 1, so he's either going to look for a very difficult cut, which he's gone for, and I think he felt under pressure to get that. And maybe the safety shot would have been a better plan there, because he's going to play into Albinario's hands if he does shots like that. And what was an open table is now open for Albinario to go further ahead. Now, if you go to Virtual Pool on Wikipedia, you'll see, well, it's not 100% up to date because it's mostly all Virtual Pool 3 that's on it, but you'll see how many championships that Albinario has won. He's won the Snooker Virtual World Championship. I know that because he beat me in the final, 18-16. And he's won... I think he's won the 8 ball. I think he won the cowboy. I think they had a cowboy one at one time. He's won a few. And Bill finished third last year in this event. I can't remember where Albinario finished. I need to look it up. And again, he's left it a bit short, but he's got enough there to get the 9. So this for a 4-rack lead. And this time Bill's going to break. And he needs a ball in the break. And what's more, if he doesn't get a ball in the break, he needs to get it safe. And he hasn't. Albie can see enough of the 1, I think, just to drop it in. I think he can. It looks tight. Yeah. And this is a delicate little shot. He can just roll through. As long as he picks the potting angle on the 3, he's on the 4, no problem. And he's also got a nice angle in the 4. Now he can either stun across, which would be a bit risky, or he could run through off the bottom rail and over to the right. And yet again, he has the angle. It's all about angles. Anybody ever tells you anything about pool or billiards, that's the basics of the game. As long as you get the angle, you can manoeuvre the cue ball. But he's leaving the 6 at distance. But I think it's well off the rail. So this is just a gentle cut and the pace to take the cue ball down this right hand side as we look. Well, here's the one that can go wrong. He could block himself out by the 9. He's got plenty of room behind the 9 to get to the 8. And no problem. Or has he? Well, he's got there. So it's another rack for Albinario. And he's now stretched his lead to 5 racks. And he's into double figures, and he's only 6 away from sending Bill to the 1 lost side. Well, this time, Albie's come up dry. And Bill's got a not an easy starter, but he can drop behind the 2. Well, he's gone a bit too far, so now he's potting into a blind pocket, but he should drop over behind the 3 if he gets this. We can see the 8 ball over that top left hand corner. That's not the problem. He's just got to negotiate his way around these balls, and it looks straightforward enough. Yeah, it's a good start from Albinario. That's one thing about Albinario. Once he gets going, he's consistent. And Bill's overdone it. Well, he's got a straight choice. He's got a very awkward cut either way, or he's got the bank. And he's got the cut. Now, the thing that can go wrong here is if he drops over into that middle pocket jaw, and he's well away from that. He's played it well. So this to reduce the deficit to 4, and Bill's got the break. Now this time he needs a ball in the break. I think it's rack money. I think the balls are racked further up the table, and they're not breaking well. And a dry break. And no shot for Albinario, but I think Bill will be in trouble in a minute because there's plenty of clusters there for Albie to hide the cue ball. And there's another couple of good matches. There's a match scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. I think about 5 PM GMT. There's some good matches to come in this tournament. Hopefully I can get them. Now Bill has got Albi in a hole, and remember, no jump cues, but he can try his best with his playing cue if he wants. The fact that there's no jump cues doesn't mean to say that you're not allowed to jump. Now Albi's going to try and kick off the rail and come over the 6. And that's an excellent shot. What a shot. A good shot, but unlucky he's left it on. But Bill's going to have to work this well to get anything out of this, because the 2-ball, well, the 2-ball pots, but he's run too far. He's got to look to get this safe again, and I don't think he can. That 6 ball's going to hold the cue ball, so he needs to be careful. He can't get the cue ball away, and he's missed a 2, and that's a disaster. Or has he missed a 2? I thought he missed a 2. He must have feathered that and scraped the paint off it. I thought that was a foul. Well, that shows you how bad my eyes are getting. I would have swore blind he never hit that. But anyway, Bill's tied up right against the 2, trying to pick the potting angle in this. It's not easy. And he's gone far enough though. So it's a chance for Bill. It certainly was a paint scraper. It was so thin, I never ever seen it. Well, Bill has missed a 3, and I think this is an easy enough bank for Albinario. But he's got to get lucky. Oh, what? Now there is a bit of luck. A nice kiss off the 9. Pushes him right onto the 4. He'll drop behind the 5. Now this 6 ball, if we look at the 6, the 9 is very adjacent, so Albinario will be looking for an angle to try and avoid the 9, or just brush off the 9. And I think he can do that. He might even miss the 9 altogether here and just drop onto the rail. Yep. Now he's dead straight. He's going to have to squeeze a little bit of angle, and he's done that. Well, this is one that Bill looked as if he might take it, but it looks like Albinario is going to open up the gap again. He's playing it safe, leaving it long. That's, I think, the problem with alternate breaks is you just cannot get into a rhythm. And I'm talking about the player that's actually trailing. You never really feel as if you're getting any rhythm. You get a rack, and then the next thing you know, your opponent's breaking off and he's potting balls. But anyway, Albinario, 5 away. He's definitely got his game face on. He's going to be very hard to catch. last year, the tournament was a race to 21 on the winner's side. It's a race to 16, which I still feel is too short for a virtual pool game, because the racks finish a lot quicker in the virtual game than they do in real life, obviously. And I still think that a race to 16 is too short for a championship. If I had set this, it would have been the same as last year. But it works both ways. It's a shorter race. The lesser players, if they can hang in there to the business end of the match, they've got a chance. But even in a race to 16, the cream will still come to the top. So Bill has missed the kick. It's ball in hand for Albinario again. And it's difficult to say that Bill's playing bad, because we've not really seen him play. He's had a couple of shots. Well, he can spin off this right hand rail. He looks as if he's playing a draw. No, he didn't play the spin. He's going to drop behind the 5. Probably been better spinning it off the rail. So now he's got no shot. Is he playing this into the middle? That's a tough ask. Well, here's Bill's chance. Now, the angle he has in the 5, he's in danger of running in behind that 7. He's played it softly enough. So it's 1 back for Bill. Still trailing 7-12. Albinario breaks off in rack number 20. 7 ball goes in. And he's got a shot in the 1, the 2's in the open, the 3, everything's in the open. You've got to give him this rack already. Well, he's finished a bit straight, but I think if he misses the 6, he can stun past the 6. If he misses it, and he's managed that, now he's out of line. Let's see if he can recover. Needs to avoid that 9 ball, and that's where it's gone wrong. Now Bill will be in trouble in a second. He'll just edge that 4 and hide behind the 5. Well, this is the old hit and hope, the slap bang or a gentle one. Now is that 4-5 a combo? Well, he's not risking it. Well, if Bill tries to punch this 4 around the table, that 9's in the way. He's got away with it. That's a good shot. Well, just a glimmer of hope here for Bill. He's in control. If Albinario doesn't get out of this kick on the 4, he's got a chance maybe. Albinario plays good 3-cushion billiards as well, so he should be able to pick a kicking angle here. Well, he's missed it. So here's Bill's opportunity. Now that 5 ball, let's have a look. The 5 is off the rail, so that's okay. Just doesn't want to leave it straight. Well, come off the bottom rail and back up, and just roll the 8 into the middle. A wee bit more juice on it than they wanted. Well, you should be fine. So Bill is getting another one back. Now I think this time Bill's breaking, is he? I can't remember. Yes, rack number 21, and he needs a ball and a break. He just can't get them. And what's more, he's not only not getting a ball and a break, he's forever leaving a shot for Albinario to get started. Nothing you can do about that. That's just the way the balls roll. I'm looking for problems here and I don't see any. Well, this might be a problem. He's overhit it. And there was a big area of table. A huge area. That big area there. Well, Bill's going to have to play a good one. This is not easy. Straightforward enough to pot the 5. He's got to get the pace right though. Well, he's playing a draw. And he's overcooked it. But he's overcooked it good enough to leave him the other side of the 6, so he'll take that. Well, those kind of errors are going to be few and far between from Albi. But it's important that Bill takes whatever he can get, because it's the only way he's going to get back into the match. And this time it's Albinario that's going to break. Don't tell me he's going to scratch. Oh. Let's see how this break goes. So it's 12-9 to Albinario. And this time Albi's come up dry. Bill's got a shot in the 1. But it's a combo onto that 2 ball. And the cue ball is going to run over behind the 8 and the 4. And he's got to watch what he's doing here. He needs to get the pace right. Has it got there? Yes, he's played it well. Now can you see the 1? You can see the 1. Now he has to take this rack. The pressure is on. And he's looking to come back for the 4. A little draw. Not too much, just a little. Oh, don't overdo it. He's fine. Well, there'll be something significant in this if he can just get to double figures. And he's got a nice little angle in the 6. Don't take any more than that and just roll it in. Now what does he do? Drop the 7 in dead and not try and come behind the 8, because that's too risky. Again, the choice is roll it through, leave the 9 into this bottom right as we look. And he's got there. So he's looking right down the barrel here. And in goes the 9. And Bill has got it back. He's trailing just by 2. And it's Bill breaking. Yet to see him get a ball in the break. But he's got the 7. How's his luck? He's on the 1. The 2's in the open. 3's there. Everything's there. I think it'd be safe to say that Bill should be fully focused now. But it's now going to be a test of nerves if he takes this rack out. He's gone straight though. Now this is... If he overcooks the draw, he's got the 4 into the middle past the 8 ball. But he's actually judged it perfectly. Well, this looks all so easy. That 6 ball been in that corner. You've got to judge the little draw off the 6. Now, what's the angle like? Is he going to have to run? Yes, he is. He's going to have to go. He's going to have to run up the table and get on this 9 while he's trying to draw. And that's the danger. Oh, Bill. Now, you had to let that run. Now, that could be the significant error. The angle that he had, he was only ever going to draw over to the right-hand rail. And if... You know, the worst outcome possible was a scratch. And that could be the fatal mistake. Could have been 12-11. And it's now 13-10. And Albie has potted the 2 in the break. He's got no shot in the 1 though. Now he could try a 1-6 billiard here. And he's gone for cover. Well, that was a bad choice of shot by Bill. It was an all or nothing shot, but he really should have run it. He should have run the cue ball up and down for the 9. It was a much easier shot. But nevertheless, he's just got to forget about it. He's at the table. He's got the table at his mercy. He has to put things right, but dear oh dear, what's he done? Well, he's needing to kick this safe somehow. And that's not bad. That is tight. Yeah, that was always going to be tough. Now, how's Albinario's luck? Well, Bill can squeeze just a gentle little roll and he'll be on the 5 and he'll knock the 4 in. With these type of shots, I think it's a little stun onto the rail and up. Those are always a test of nerve at this stage in a match. If Bill's going to win this, he's going to win it the hard way, I'll tell you that. Now, a little drop through for the 8 into the other middle, and he's gone short again a bit. No, he's okay. So this time, Bill's going to make amends. He's going to reduce the deficit once again. Still trailing 13-11, and this time Bill's got the break. Where's the 1 ball going? It's going in, and he's on the 2. Now, it's a little roll through for the 3 past the 9, and this is a test of pace. Just get that cue ball up by the middle pocket and he should be okay. And now the problem is finding the gap to get on that 4. Now there is a gap between the 9 and the 5. He needs to get there. Well, he's nudged into the 5. That'll do it. And got to come across the table twice here. And he's played that well. That's an excellent shot. Well, he's got to just kill the cue ball for the 6 into the right middle. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, he's got the wrong angle. Now, what does he do? Does he run through and come in behind the 9? It's got to keep going. Well, this is a dead weight pot. You pot the 7, and I think the danger is he's going to hit the 8 here. He needs a bit of luck. And that's the luck that you need, that little kiss in the 8. And he's not done any damage. Now he can punch off the rail and go over to the right hand side. I think he's got the angle to do that. Well, he's gone the other way. Now the pace looks good. So Bill is still hanging in there. And we're now getting to the business end of the match. And Bill's trailing by just the 1 rack. And Albinario to break. And it looking dry. Oh, Bill's on the 1. The 2's in the open. The only problem is the 6 ball. Let's have a look at the 6. Well, it goes past the 9, no problem. He's just got to get there. Now, if he rolls forward, he needs to watch the pace. He doesn't hook himself behind the 5. So he's coming back. Oh, he's on the rail. Well, he's going to have to leave this at distance. This is him out of line. Well, this is simple enough. Pot that 4, cue ball off the rail over here for the 5, and then he can drop behind the 6. Oh, he's gone just to 1 rail, and he's got too much angle. And this is where he's going to have to dig a shot out here and get lucky. Yep. This is tough. Now, what does he do? Does he try and hide it and play safe, or does he go all out? It goes past the 9, no problem. And that cue ball has to bounce, and I think he's there. Well, that's an excellent judgment of pace. Well, Bill's coming good at the right time. Simple 7, just a little roll through. So this 8 and 9 to tie the match. Well, we've got a tied ball game, folks. 13 racks all. Both players needing 3 to win. Bill breaking, in goes the 9. That'll be respotted. The 1's gone. Oh no! I thought it was what do you call it? Spot money. Obviously isn't. So that was a 9-ball golden break. That's another rule I didn't know about. So Bill's in the lead. Well, he's got a bank in the 1. He's missed the bank. How's his luck? Oh, he's going to hook him in behind the 2. Well, there's the luck changing. The run of the balls are going now. And I don't think that's safe. Let's have a look. Nope, the 1 goes in, no bother. And a little roll through for the 2. Now the problem ball would be the 5, and this all hinges on Bill getting on the 3 where he can just roll that 4 in, and he should be able to do that. He could roll it in and run the cue ball through, or he could try and just roll the cue ball dead weight to get on that 5 behind the 9. Now, does he come off the rail, or does he just gently roll it in? Well, it's got there, and he's on the 5. Well, this looks simple enough as long as he doesn't hit the 9. He doesn't want to hook himself behind it, and he's avoided that. So here's the crucial one, getting across for the 7. Now he needs to, he's gone more or less straight, but he can go forward with a bit of right English and come around the angles. And I think he's gone straight again. Now he doesn't want to get too greedy here. I think he maybe just wants to try and go around the angle. He needs to get out into the table though. He could leave this short while he's playing the draw. And that's probably the wiser move. But I think he's still a wee bit square. This is still a tester of the nerves. But, oh, well, there you go. Commentator's curse. And that was for Bill to get to the hill. So we're all square, 14 all. Bill breaking. And he's gone dry again. So now you'll see how Albinario handles the pressure. He's got a shot in the 1. He's got the 2 into the left middle. Well, my saying is it's only a good comeback if you win. And Bill's just blown his chance there with that 9 ball. He left himself short on it, so he's playing it square into a semi-blind pocket, and they're always little testers, especially at this stage in a match. Oh, Albinario's overcut the 2. Well, the pressure's getting to them. The pressure's getting to me as well. I'm getting a bit excited. And Bill looking to tuck the cue ball away there, but I don't think he's done it. But he could be in trouble. And Albinario's lost his touch here. Far too heavy with that one. Now can Bill keep this safe? Well, he's gone all out for the bank. And he's hoping to get a bit lucky. But he's left a 2-9 combo. And Albinario looking at the potting angle. Well, this is where you just look at the potting angle and the 2 and play it onto the 9. Well, he's misjudged it. And he's left a 2-6 combo. So now we're in a bit of a quandary here as to who's going to get this rack, because this is a crucial rack. And that is perfect. Bill has a simple little pot in the 3. He can drop down for the 4. Little stunt with a little spin. And has he left himself an angle? No, he hasn't. He's dead straight, but he can either do the soft little draw, or he could have left the 5 long. Well, this is the one that's going to test his nerve now, because it's a gentle little 5 and he's behind the 7 into this corner as we look where the donut is. Now, how does that look? Well, that's simple enough. It's a little draw again, or he can go around the angle. So he's got two choices. It's always good having, well, he's went one rail with left English to check the cue ball. And he's looking good now for this rack. So Bill is finally going to get to the hill. And who's breaking? I've lost track. Albinario breaking. And he needs this rack to stay in the match. Now, how's Albinario's luck? Well, he's came up dry. He's left Bill a thin cut in the one, which he should get, in all honesty, because it's off the rail. And Bill's going to finish the two into the middle. Oh, and he's a perfect angle in the two to drop onto the three. Absolutely pinpoint perfect. Oh, he's overcooked it though. He's overcooked it. Too much juice on it. And the cue ball didn't get to the four. And Albinario, well, he needed to get the butt of that cue higher up than that to play the little Massey. He was never going to get there at that angle. So Bill's got ball in hand. Now, what does he do? Oh, he can get behind it. And he's on the four. And he's got the angle. Well, Albinario doesn't normally say a lot during these matches. Now, Bill needs to get past that 8. And he's got there. Now, what does he do here? Does he try and drop dead on the rail? He needs to watch he doesn't hook himself. Oh, he's got there. Oh, Bill's lost it. He's choked in the 6, trying to be too gentle. Well, we're going all the way, folks. I've got to say it. Surely we're going all the way. Well, it doesn't matter how good they are. The nerves start showing. And he's got to be on the 9. And Bill's going to be breaking in the final rack decider here. So it's 15 racks all. Final rack decider. Mr. Bill from the United States to break. And Albinario from Sweden, hoping he doesn't get anything in the break. And Bill's potted the 7, the 6 is hanging over the top right. He's got a shot in the 1. The 3 ball is a little awkward, but it's there. And the 5 ball's even more awkward, but it does go past the 8. This is the first problem to negotiate. He needs to pot the 2, get the cue ball out into the table. Now, the angle that he's got, he needs to get up here somewhere so he can get to that 3 and not block himself out. And he's got to the marker, he's got to the line, so he should be fine. Now, the problem here is, he's got no angle there to get back to the 4. So he's going to have to play this with lots of top and spin. And I think he's made it. Has he got there? Yes, he has. We know the 5 passes the 8. And he's going to have to dig into this 4 ball if he's going to try and get over for this 5. Well, Bill's going to do it the hard way because this is a tester. This is not what you want at this stage in the match. The 6 is hanging, so we know he's going to get the 6. Is it getting there? Yes, it is. Now, it all hinges on what he gets on this 8 ball. Well, he's fairly straight. He can play the draw up past the right middle pocket. And he's left it a bit short again, but this time he'll take his time. So this for the match. And what a great recovery from Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill came good at the right time. And he's won the match by 16 racks to 15. It went all the way. And that's the first really good match in this year's tournament. So, with that, folks, we will have a quick look at the bracket. And we'll see that Bill is through to round 3. Albinario has now moved across to the one-loss side. He'll be down here somewhere now, I think. We can get these brackets to move properly. Oh shit, where the hell are we going? Well, I can't see Albinario, but he's there somewhere. There he is. So he's going to have a wait for his next match. Now Bill, meanwhile, wish this bloody bracket would work. Where the hell is he? Right, Bill is now through, waiting on the winner of Hazard and Shibo. And he'll probably have a while to wait for that as well. So that's the first really good match in this year's tournament. Now the other matches that I was talking about, there's one between Larry and Acero. Now Larry from the States and Acero from Japan. Now that's one that I'm definitely going to have tomorrow. What's the day's date? Is this the 25th? Yeah, it's tomorrow afternoon at 5 PM UK time. Now that would be 2 PM, midday for Larry, because he's in the States. And that would be probably round about late at night, almost midnight for Acero, if he's definitely living in Japan. So that's the next match we're going to be streaming live. I'll be all set for that, because that's going to be a good match as well. We'll get 2 very good players in that match. So with that, folks, I hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly did. I didn't know what way it was going to go. It looked as if Bill was down and out. He came good in the end. There was a bit of nerves, but you get that little bit of luck here and there, and you hold your nerve, you can come through. But he's only won 1 match. That's the thing. He's got a long way to go. And Albinario, he's in the one-loss side. He's got races to 11 all the way through if he's going to stay in this tournament. And the problem with that is he's going to meet up with some pretty good players in the one-loss side as well. So we've got a lot to look forward to. With that, I will bid you a good night. Thanks for those watching the stream. And I hope that you can make some time for tomorrow afternoon, 5 PM. I'll be washed and fed home from work, and I'll definitely be streaming it live. So until then, I'll bid you good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.